We'll evaluate obviously everything, but like I said to you guys, when you win, when you lose, it's never about one person. We all collectively have to do a better job, and that's going to be starting with us as coaches, starting with me as a coach, finding solutions to getting the offense going. And so I'll put that on us as a staff, and put that on me most individually there to help get this thing pointed in the right direction. But yeah, no, I still stay with that. You can't. It's the greatest team sport there is, and it's never about one person. We all have to look internally and all have to get better, and coaches and players.
Thank you. Offense, though, you return 10 or 11 starters. You guys spend more money on that than the NFL. Why is it not performing?
Yeah, if I wish I could tell you this is exactly what it is, and this is hard. It's not easy to be successful, stay successful. So we have to we have to do it collectively. We have to do it collectively as a unit. Like, obviously, if I knew exactly what it was and everything that it was, then we'd have fixed it. But right now, we're still searching, and we're still looking, and a lot of football left to play. 8-4 right now, a lot of football left to play. And this weekend will be an opportunity for us to find more answers and to figure things out as coaches, players being able to rest to gear up for this last stretch of 5 games left. But obviously it hasn't been good enough. Coaching, playing, and we got to find answers.
I know you had a chance to watch the game, but from your initial reaction to the game, were there some common themes that you feel really hurt you guys today?
Again, I felt like just the entire. It was both units, offense, defense. Hats off to them. They played a good game. They coached a good game. They outcoached us. They outplayed us. And so that's obviously something that I need to go through and watch the tape, look through it. But to say, I don't want to, again, they ran for however many yards. We didn't run for many yards. We lost the turnover battle. We lost the explosive play battle. All those things are going to dictate the win and loss.
Typically, you pride yourself on having a very physical team. They ran for 281 today. What is the disconnect that you think happened there?
Yeah. Again, have to look at it. They did a really good job of kind of how they attacked and executing it. Hats off to them. But obviously we've won a lot of football games, being on the other end of that, and so we just got to get back to playing and coaching Eagles football.
Can you take us through the end of the first half there? You let like 30 seconds or so run off the clock to the 2-minute warning. Normally we see pushing for points.
We were still pushing for points. We were still pushing for points. We had 3 timeouts, ball at the 38. We had plenty of time to go and score a touchdown and be the last ones with the football. So we got the 1 yard on the completion with 2:37 or whatever, and then took it to the 2-minute warning, and we were going on the ball after that.
It seems uncharacteristic of you to.
No, we would play that. That was pretty. That's normal to how we would play that at the end of a half. But we were still, again, when we got back to, getting it off a second down on the 2-minute warning, we would have been on the ball there and going.
And if I could ask you, just to clarify what you said earlier about evaluating everything, so does that mean you are evaluating, like changing the play call?
No, we're not changing the play caller. But we will evaluate everything, and that's what this weekend we'll have another little mini bye, and I think that's another short week, another short week that leads to a long weekend where we'll evaluate everything. But again, like I said, after that, it's never just about one person, right? You win as a team, you lose as a team, and you try to evaluate everything, win, lose, or draw, and get better from it.
What's Ryan doing to give you that confidence?
Yeah, again, I have confidence in the entire group. Again, I know it will keep coming back to Kevin, but again, if I thought it was one thing, then you make those changes. Obviously, it's a lot of different things. But I don't think it is Kevin. Now we all have a part in it. Kevin has a part of it. I have a part of it. All the coaches have a part of it. All players have a part of it. Again, you win and lose as a team. It's never on one thing.
Saquon had 13 carries, 34 passes for Jalen on a windy night. Is that just a game flow thing?
Yeah, and then also how how the game goes at the end, where you're trying to get back in the game. We obviously had a lot of throws there at the end. I thought early on we had some good runs. We didn't have a ton of plays in the first half, but early on we had some good runs. But I think you can chalk that up. Again, we want to be balanced with how we attack, but we'll do whatever we need to do to try to win each and every game. Obviously, we didn't tonight, but I think a little bit of that was, some of the 2-minute stuff that we had there at the end of the game.
Is there a plan to get into Tank at some point? He'd obviously had that one really big game, and he has not seen the field as much as.
Yeah, he's still always going to be the guy that comes in for Saquon, and like I said, we want to get Saquon more than 13 carries also. But we have a lot of confidence in him when he goes into the football game to make plays, and we'll continue to roll the way we're rolling with it. And but yeah, when he goes in, he's had some really good plays. But yeah, we'll continue to roll. We want to make sure we get Saquon the football because we know how explosive he can be when he has the football.
What was the biggest issue with the run defense tonight?
I'm sorry.
The biggest issue with the run defense.
Yeah, it's a lot of different things. So you're gonna look and say, first of all, did we do the things we needed to do as coaches to help put them in positions, and then it's going to be about block destruction, tackling, getting how we get off the blocks, how we tackle. Have to look at that. Felt like we, Swift had a couple opportunities or had a couple of plays that he got some extra yards with some yards after making some guys miss. He's an electric back, but again. I'll have to look at exactly what all of it that went down, but I know that when you're giving up that many yards, again, everybody has a hand in that. So, how we, with where we are as far as, how where we're putting guys on defense, but then also how we block destruct and how we, take on blocks and how we tackle.
What's the idea between
With those factors of block destruction and those things, I'm sure there's schematic parts of that, but in correcting, it seems like there might be a motivational, an effort part of that, toughness on your on how you get that across. How do you go about correcting that?
Yeah, I see our guys playing with extreme effort. That's something that we talk about a lot. We look at a lot. We chart our loafs, and our guys. I know I've seen for the past. What are we on? 12 games, 11 games, extreme effort. So I'm never going to question that because they've proven it to me over and over and over again how hard they play for each other. So I don't think at all it was an effort thing.
Question of John Hurst's performance.
Yeah, again, we just the as an offense as a whole. Obviously, we weren't good enough as an offense as a whole. Coaching, playing, everything. Obviously, go back, look at everything, but I thought he made some good plays, had some good scrambles, had some good things that he did, and he's going to want, just like all of us, he had some plays that he'll want back, and he had some really good plays. But again, we just weren't consistent enough as a whole.
Scoring to go down 9, in scoring to go down 9, what's the thinking between the 2-point conversion, the first touchdown, and then the potential second touchdown?
Yeah. Obviously, we had to get one at one point. We had to get a 2-point conversion at one point. I've done a lot of studies on that in my notes. Down 9, I'm always going to go for 2 in that scenario. So I followed the plan that, again, I don't try to take anything for. I don't try to wing anything in the situational football. That's what I wanted to do. That's in my notes from my studies in the past, and that's what we did. Now, the thought behind it is, at least, you want to know exactly what you need right there as far as, if you go down 7, then obviously it's a 1-score game. If you go down 8, I know it's a 1-score game as well. But yeah, that's what we do in that scenario. I'll always go back and look and reconsider things. had 3 timeouts there to be able to potentially kick it deep there. If we did get it, obviously we didn't in that particular case, but at some point you're going to need it, and I always want to know early what I need going forward.
All right.
Combination of a lot of things. Ultimately, you look inward first, and I see it as how the flow of things have gone for us this year, and being practical about that. I can't turn the ball over. So that's the ultimate goal, is go out there and find a way to win, and that's been a direct correlation with success for us, being able to protect the ball. And so that really, really killed us.
What happened on the interception?
It's really escaping the pocket. I saw Kevin coming over, and I knew there was a chance he was going to be able to make a play on the ball. Just was trying to give him a chance and throw it to the sideline where AJ can try and go make a play on it. And I wasn't able to connect with him.
On the fumble, did you think your progress was stopped?
I was hoping it would stop, but it wasn't. Kind of similar to the New York game, just didn't blow the whistle as soon, and so that's not to point the finger at anyone else. I mean, I got to hold on to the ball. Definitely presents itself as an issue, and it always has. It's just never gotten us, and so today it got us, and it's something that we and I need to tighten up.
On that play, you mean? It presents itself as an issue on that particular play?
It's been like that for a very long time, yeah.
Team starting to figure out that play?
Yes, it's becoming tougher and tougher, ultimately, but, again, me holding on to the ball, that's something I can control.
When you guys did have success offensively, it seemed like tempo was involved on the one big drive and also
Yeah.
late. What about that can translate? You can't go tempo all the time. What about that can translate to when you're not
Yeah.
tempo?
Well, you're almost imposing your will on the defense, and you're in attack mode, and so I think aggressiveness looks different. It doesn't mean taking a shot every play. It doesn't mean throwing the ball down the field or doing the extreme things. It just means having an identity and sitting in that identity and going out there and living in that.
On the early third down slant to Devontae, was that a play you checked to, and then why did you guys not hook up there?
No, not a check. Was a 2 guys on 2 different pages, and that's a bit of the issues that we've kind of been having. We weren't detailed enough in that. I wasn't detailed enough in instructing him what to do as we prepared and making myself clear on that. And so, I'm trying to find as many particulars as I can when it comes to the level of execution we have, and that's a group effort that has to be there.
Jalen, is it a concern that it's week 13 and some of these, not being on the same page, whether it's a play like that or a penalty, that this is happening at this stage in the season?
It's not ideal. It's not something that you desire. But going off of how the flow of this year is going, it's kind of similar to my response last week and saying no of any surprises of where we are. It's just a matter of picking ourselves up and continue to press forward and stay together in it and being committed to it.
What are you seeing in the run game? I mean, it seemed like Saquon had, some decent, decent gains and everything, but then, he only had, I think, 13 carries. Like, what was kind of going on there?
I know there's some that we all want back in the run game. Just from an overall execution standpoint, and I can't point to one thing and say this is what it is. Ultimately, we just got to take advantage of our opportunities when they are there. There can be a ton of different opinions on what or why, but when the opportunity is there, you have to strike. And we can't let the things get us, that have almost gotten us, and they're getting us now. And so we have to definitely regroup and reassess and find ways to eliminate the things that have held us back.
What do you think you and KP are now that you've been through this amount of games and you've had some ups, you've had some downs?
This is a kind of pressing of moving forward. That's it. going out there and trying to find ways to move the offense down the field, put points on the board, and I'm always encouraging of sitting in an identity. And so we've all got work we've got to do.
Do you have confidence in Kevin right now as a play caller?
Yeah, I got confidence in him. I got confidence in this team. I got confidence in us when we're collaborative. I got a lot of confidence when we have an identity. So I think that's the first thing that we got to establish that we've talked about.
We saw more run-pass option plays this game. Was that the game plan coming in, and was that just to take advantage of the fact that they were down at the linebacker position?
I can't say that was necessarily the game plan. We had some different things in to take advantage of what we thought were some opportune looks. It's just a matter of getting to those things through the midst of the game. So,
As we walked in tonight, we saw you and KP in extended conversation. Is there anything you can share about that conversation?
no, we're all pressing forward, trying to improve and make the most of the opportunity we have.
Because the push play is becoming tougher, as you alluded to moments ago, with the amount of playmakers you have on offense, and considering that was 3rd and short, with potentially another chance to do something
Yeah.
after that, how much would you have preferred to have maybe run a different play in that instance than the push play?
I can't fumble the ball.
What have your experiences taught you about when things aren't going the way that the way that you would like it to, how to best move forward to get out of it?
I got to definitely stay together. Definitely stay together and stay committed to what the team is trying to accomplish in the end. It's no one ever said it was going to be easy. And we got to embrace the challenge. We got to embrace this time and respond to it the right way.
John, when you have as much talent you guys have on offense, and you guys focus so much on the ball security thing, which is obviously important, but is it not sustainable to focus so much on not turning the ball over and not taking advantage of being a little more aggressive down the field when you have those guys?
What do you mean? From what realm?
Versus being more aggressive throwing the ball as opposed to like being a little more conservative in terms of like worrying so much about the ball security.
Well, ball security is very important to going out there and winning games. I know that's been a perspective that people have had, or a narrative that's been built from the approach. But that approach is served as well. And I don't think that approach is an issue. I think we just have to go out there and execute. And again, you can be aggressive and still protect the ball. And so we've got to find that formula for us.
How will you spend this time? You've had a few of these longer breaks. Will you be a little bit different because there's some things that need to be worked out here than maybe?
I'll be working.
The best drive of the game came with you using your legs. Is that something, as you enter December, that needs to be done to improve this offense?
I'll be working.